My mother used to say, "Who do you think you are?" when she wanted to make a critical comment about my behavior at the time. I never asked myself that question until lately, and it's just as well. It might have stopped me in my tracks. Who indeed did I think I was, having dinner with Andrew and Coleman at the Carden Street Cafe, Joanna and David at Milestones, Isildine and Diane at the Bollywood Bistro, or John Philip Newell in the Guelph Seminar at Bon Gusto, let alone watching Mary Hines tape a tapestry session for CBC that I set up with her to interview Andrew Harvey and Coleman Barks. It's just as well I did not ask myself who I thought I was. Looking over the past 10 years of Sacred Wisdom Center events, I can honestly admit that something other than my own logical perspective took hold. Somehow, I stepped aside and let something new emerge. I learned that many presenters, no matter how famous in the public eye, were so grateful for the receptive, appreciative audiences and welcoming atmosphere they experienced in Guelph. Having dinner in a local restaurant or in my home was a welcome human touch, and for me, the privilege of getting to know many of them in this more personal way was a gift that will stay with me always. I began this undertaking once I retired from a career in school psychology. I vowed I would do it my way and not the way of the bureaucracy, where so often unnecessarily controls limited creative opportunities. I chose a sole proprietor business model and stayed clear of boards of directors. Even my own proclivity to becoming a non-profit venture. The advantage was that I could be more adventuresome, and the disadvantage was that I would be more financially vulnerable. I had been reading about the gift economy, where mutual give and take, based on human relationship and community good, rather than financial gain, was a healthy atmosphere to work from. I never really felt at home in the money market and believed that putting a price tag on something lessened its spiritual value. I tried to pay my presenters fairly and offer them as much care as I could possibly manage. I tried to make participant fees as low as possible so the people attending felt the gift to be a financial as well as a spiritual one. At times, I put too little focus on the financial aspect. Good friends like Val de Mananan stepped up once to bail me out temporarily when I bit off more than I could chew. The logo for Sacred Wisdom Center emerged organically, it seemed. 10 years ago, following the first event, I took Andrew and Marion to Vessels, Goldie Sherman's pottery shop. Marion's niece, Shelley, at the time sold her pottery there too. I bought a blessing bowl to remind myself of the blessing that I was experiencing in this inaugural event. All the words on the blessing bowl were the values I wanted to offer and receive. I subsequently decided to give speakers blessing bowls to take home in memory of their gift to Guelph. Each pin on the map has a tiny blessing bowl image to show that the bowls are now all over the world. Spontaneously, Goldie and I found the mutuality that the gift economy was all about. The enduring part of my work with Sacred Wisdom Center continues to be the quality of relationship, not the financial profit or its loss. Jim Profit offered invaluable support to me in his belief in me and my work. He came to as many events as possible, and as the director of Ignatius Jesuit Center, he encouraged a welcoming mutuality with Sacred Wisdom Center. He used to tell me that I found my tribe here. He was right. Bill Clark, my spiritual director, accompanying me patiently and kindly through all the challenges that affected me personally in this journey. Lisa Calzanetti diligently helped me develop some business savvy along the way. Guelph Seminar provided me with encouragement and enthusiasm for the topics that I was passionate about. Dawn Reynolds keenly attended events, shared her appreciation, and generously provided me the necessary debriefing time I needed. I developed connections with the Bookshelf by selling their books for my events, while they offered John Lawson and I the gift of space to hold our book study groups. Working with John over the past 5 years has provided me the camaraderie and delightful opportunity for my own work to develop. London House B&B was grateful for my recommendations. Restaurants, too, got more business when out-of-towners emerged to take advantage of chances to hear these well-known speakers that were coming to town. My family is behind me all the way, even when they're not too sure of what I'm so excited about and committed to. Kevin, Jody, and my grandchildren Brooke and Lauren delight my heart. Kevin made the wine we're celebrating with tonight. My brother Brian tended my cats while I traveled on yet another pilgrimage to bring home new learnings and new speakers to boot. This decade has been the most fascinating and one of the most rewarding in my whole life. Sacred Wisdom Center is my right work in the world. I am grateful to have found a way to serve our community in a way that nourishes me as well and brings the support and appreciation by you who attend the events.